everyone, Sirturmund here again. In today's video, we bring you some Jhin Norra, which has become literally the best meta counter deck in the whole game, right? Like usually when you have a deck that dominates a meta as much as like Siren Song is doing right now, a counter deck tends to be really good against that deck, but not very good against everything else. Jhin Norra and sometimes Gnar completely changes that. Like this deck is not only good against the best thing in the game, which is Siren Song, but also good against a lot of other meta decks right now, like some Monument Teemo decks and other decks, because this deck is just a control deck that plays Broadman. And the reason that this deck has made a comeback is because of Condense and Avenging Bastaya. Like these two cards have taken this deck to another level. Like imagine giving this deck Deny when it didn't have it before. So if you're looking for a deck that just can do really well against the current meta and can beat all the Siren Song deck, we even have Desert Naturalist for Reverse Row and the Sun Monument, then this is the deck for you. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the games coming up soon of Norra Jhin Control. And if you do, make sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. We post LOR videos every single day. Enjoy the games. In this match, we're going against Swain and Illaoi. Okay, so the Desert Naturalist doesn't really do much in this matchup, right? And none of this really does much in this matchup. The Bastaya is nice. We get the Jhin, which is also good. Bastaya is great. Norra? I think I need to block, right? I need to be able to block. I like this Wallop. We can block and Pie Toss if necessary. Okay, well, you get your value out of this. Okay. So we'll go here then. Unfortunately, we still took the 2 damage and lost our Conchologist. But that's fine. I'm not going to play No right now because of the potential for the opponent's answer. Did they push the 2 damage here again?
And be tested.
That's interesting. So this will be 3 damage that we take. 3 damage that we take. Opponent has access to the Tentacle Smash. I kind of want to kill this Illaoi. Like, I think it's worth it to kill this Illaoi eventually, just to know if this is the right time to do it. Are you kidding me? You have a second one? They actually have a second one, huh? Okay. Let's go like this. If we don't get a blocker, we don't get a blocker. Alright. It's not bad. I'm gonna block this Illaoi. And I wanna put damage on the Illaoi, right? I wanna put damage on the Illaoi and be able to just kill her later. To play this Bastaya to start with. I'll go like this. I'll do it now. That's 1 heavy metal out of the way. And we still have the Bastaya with Spell Shield to be able to block later on. Swain, okay. If the opponent, like, it's so hard. I guess this works, right? Because now we have the Brahmin. So we can block the Swain.
It's our time.
We can block the Swain and just set up the Brahmin later. Yeah, we go second Bastaya here. We can preparation the ambush. So now this costs 2. And then we Brahmin the Swain, be able to kill the Illaoi, kind of go from there. Okay, if you had it, you should have done it there. So they should have done it there because now the Brahmin is going to punish them. So let's start with the Swain. This is 2 mana, so we're able to actually go for drop the bomb into the Illaoi. Sure. You don't have Flock, so that Make Rain does nothing to me.
It is good to hear again the mother serpent in your voice.
We'll drop the bomb right here. We still have access to a Bastaya for 2. And then we go for it. Boom. So now the opponent loses the Illaoi anyways, and they cannot play another one. We keep the Bastaya. We have group shot. We have a second Brahmin next turn if we need to. Opponent has 2 cards, and I think we got there. I don't see how the opponent can beat us here. We can attack here, and it should be okay. If opponent blocks with the Seas Voice, that's fine. 6 HP is kind of scary, but not impossible for us to come back from. We even get a third Bastaya. But at this point, just the second Brahmin does the trick.
Lunari, rise.
Do you hear her voice? Do you feel her presence?
Okay.
Scamper.
I'm gonna tell them if you have it, you have it, right? I don't need to play anything. Okay. So Tentacle Smash, that still dies. Still don't need to play anything. There we go. That's why I said I didn't need to play anything, because I was just waiting for this Leviathan to come down. And once the Levy comes down, we go for the second Brahmin. We go Pastry, kill the Levy. Play the Bastaya so that we have a counter spell. So we play this Bastaya, have the last counter spell, the Swain does nothing, we have the Wallop. When it gets the draw, but that's fine. As long as we have this Brahmin on the field, we should be okay. We can play Norra.
Nagakaburo surrounds us.
We can also play Jhin. Could play Jhin. So if we play Jhin.
Off we go.
Nah, let's not play the Jhin just yet. I guess we could play him right now and be okay, to be honest.
And one who choose the scenery.
Right? So we go like this, we still have access to the Bastaya. We get the stun value. We get another Jhin now. Okay. So the Wallop kind of punishes this attack from them. We still have the Bastaya to prevent any removal. And then Jhin is gonna level up.
Ah, a beautiful day for sailing.
So now we don't even need to go for... So I'm trying to think. So if we go Portapalooza, let's get the blockers first. Let's get the blockers first. We don't get it. If we go like this, if we go like this and go here, we're chilling. One of them gets stunned. Jhin attacks next turn, and then we have the Riptide. At most, the opponent could have the Tentacle Smash, but the Tentacle Smash does nothing.
You inspire me.
We have the Deny next turn. Yeah, the Tentacle Smash does nothing because he doesn't kill the Jhin. Cool. I know you don't have Flock. That's cute. You can go like this. Get this Riptide Rats in the field. Let's get this Riptide Rex in the field. We get the 4 to the Nexus, and that's game, right? No matter what the opponent summons, this should be game right here. Like, once we were able to stabilize, it made it really difficult for the opponent to do it. Especially because now we have this Bastaya. And that's why I really like the Bastaya. I think the Bastaya kind of took this Jhin deck over the edge, right? Because now we go ahead, play Reds, everything gets, the stack gets full, the Jhin, blah blah, this is 2 damage, and GG's. The Bastaya took the Jhin over the edge. So, I mean, a point sticking through it, so GG's. In this matchup, we're going against Jinx. So this is kind of like a discard aggro, so it's gonna be really fast, right? In which case, I like to drop the bomb and the Desert Naturalist. The Portapalooza also gives me blockers, though. Let's go like this. I like the Portapalooza blockers potential, right? The Norra, drop the bomb is nice. Junk Construct is nicer. Squire, this Squire. So they could push 3 damage here if they like. Bastaya is great, right? Because Bastaya is gonna let me beat the burn later. Ooh, perfect. So we can just go Construct here. And now if the opponent attacks, we're just chilling. We get a portal. Okay, I guess they get to push 4. They're gonna get to push 4 no matter what. I think I'd rather them lose the Chompers this turn than later. So if they want to lose the Chompers now, I think I'm fine with this. I'm also fine playing the Norra, because if the opponent goes for the Mystic Shot, that means that that's 1 less burn to our face. Spinner. Yeah, let's go here. Let's drop the bomb here. That way we can Desert Naturalist and get the Grumpy Bear next turn. We have multiple portals. We're gonna have 1 portal, potentially 2 here. We're gonna have 2 blockers here. It's cute. It does push 1 damage no matter what we do. Okay, so let's go ahead and do it this way. Now we can actually trade with the spinner. I guess not, because the opponent's just gonna have the Chompers. So opponent's gonna have the Chompers no matter what, right? Alright. If I had the portal, we feel a lot better here, because yeah, the opponent's gonna have 5 wide. So the opponent's gonna pull the Chompers here. We're gonna block, 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 block. We're gonna sacrifice the Norra, I think. I think we're better off not taking damage. So I think Norra has to go bye-bye. Yeah, we're better off not taking damage, so Norra has to go bye-bye, unfortunately. We're still gonna have 2 portals in the deck, so that's okay. We go ahead and go to 13. He's still a pretty good blocker against almost everything that the opponent has. We are not close to Reds just yet, but also not far. Can go here. I guess let's push some damage. I'm okay pushing damage. Have them trade here. That's 1 less damage because of the impact, right? So that's 1 less damage that we take next turn. If they block this because of the impact. And maybe that's why they're thinking not to block it. Okay, they are going to block it anyways. So they're going to block it anyways. We still have 2 portals in the deck. So we potentially have another blocker next turn. We can start putting the Bastaya down so that we're not losing to burn. And we can also beat up the blowback, right? Okay, so that's Chomper number 3. The Chompers are pretty problematic for us. Yeah, the Chompers have not been good. Because it's just giving them so much ways to like get rid of our blockers. We have 2 portals. Hopefully we get at least 1. That gives me a chance to have some answers. Otherwise, maybe we go Lightning Rush. Okay, there we go. We get the 1. Anura.
Rules are
Jinx.
like buildings. Her people.
What if we go here and we can group shot and lightning rush the Jinx to kill her? How do I like that? Especially if the opponent goes for a get excited right here, right? Which is what I'm guessing they're about to do.
It's called gunplay.
Let's say that the opponent has a get excited. They can't level up Jinx here, right? So we know they cannot level up the Jinx. If they have a get excited, we know if we go like this,
Hands off my notes.
we're not killing that Jinx, right? We're just trading everywhere else and taking no damage. We can lightning rush twice, I guess. We can settle for the Riptides. That's not bad. We have the Bastaya. Opponent really cannot do anything here. Yeah, they actually cannot do anything, huh? Let's go more portals. Let's get more blockers. That's cute. Attack with everything. If opponent wants to block with the Jinx, I'm okay with that.
You're starting to
Yeah,
bore
you're just gonna
me.
lose to the Pythas. And then next turn he sets up for the pastry into Riptide Rats. So we don't even have to do the lightning rush. And we still have another portal. Ah, opponent actually has another chomper, so that's chomper number 4. So chomper number 4. There's no way for them to level up this Jinx, right? If they try to go for the experimenter, I just deny it. Let's go ahead and just kill this Jinx now. I just want to have the pastry to set up the Riptide Rats next turn. We have another portal. We have blockers for days, and that was chomper number 4 that we just saw go into the graveyard. Yeah, this is not looking good for you, my friend.
Jinx stands for Jinx.
We go here and go Riptide Rats, and opponent loses both. Opponent most likely loses their champion. At this point, if you have like a get excited, I'm okay with that.
Screaming helps not at all.
Sure. Jinx number... You have Jinx number 3, I guess? Yep, there goes the Jinx. You go down to 4. Even if you have Jinx number 3, you have to defend the open attack. And then guess what? We have a second Riptide Rats in our hand. The burn is a problem, I guess. But I mean, I'm at 13, so I don't think I'm scared of the burn. It has to be Jinx number 3, right? If the opponent is playing it like this, where they just attack with that Jinx and didn't attack with the other. Why didn't they attack with the 4-3? I guess it's because we have pushed a little bit more damage. Yeah, we have pushed more damage into the Nexus. They just have chump blockers, so that's not Jinx. You need one more chump blocker. 2 more chump blockers, sorry. They could go ahead and get rid of the Bastaya right now. Right? That's pretty smart. Yeah, that's pretty smart. That's what I expected. So now technically the burn could be a problem, but you just wasted a burn to kill a Bastaya. And I know one of your cards is just a little tiny spear or tiny shield. And we have another Riptide Rats. You have to actually have another chump blocker. If you don't have another chump blocker, you're kind of screwed. I think opponent obviously got screwed over by the fact that they didn't get the equipment, right? So if they would have gotten the equipment, they would have been able to like block better. Because they would have gotten a free unit from the parts made whole. Right, so if they had the equipment in hand with the parts may hold, they would have gotten a blocker. And it still also had the equipment to be able to use as dead scarf fodder. Because right now, even if they have like a blowback or something, it's not much. Same thing again here. Parts may hold, but no equipment, so you can't get a burst speed blocker. So if they, I feel that because I played this Jinx deck before, and I kind of had the same issue, where if you don't get the equipment, it feels really, really bad. Because now really the only way for you to win is to spend all your burn right here. Yeah, so you literally have to spend all your burn right here. And I can just beat that up with going lightning rush, right? So lightning rush, and then lightning rush again. I guess the opponent could have a get it sided technically. I guess they could have a get it sided. If they have a get it sided. Oh wait, we should just play the Dragon Guard, right? Yeah, okay. I'm BMing the opponent. Actually, I just play the Dragon Guard and then play the Lightning Rush. There was no reason for me to play the scrappy one. Snoozoboron with a 7-3. Nice. There's the Jinx. We go. Yeah, let's go Dragon Guard. Just in case that the opponent does have. Alright, they finally get the equipment, unfortunately for them. That was the third Jinx. I should have done this last turn. Sorry, opponent, for slow rolling you. I was so focused on recalling the Riptide Rats that I forgot that the Dragon Guard had 4 HP, and I could just do it. So, GG's. In this matchup, we're going against Jayce and Caitlyn. So, kind of control versus control matchup. The Vengeances are kind of annoying, right? How you doing, opponent? I don't think I need all of this just yet. I like the Bastaya and the Construct, and I obviously like the Norra. If I can have the Bastaya be like a deny for a Shock Blast or something similar, that would be ideal, right? We start with the Young Construct and just push this damage, or potentially get a portal out of it. Yeah, we'll go like this. That's great. We can kill Caitlyn now. We drop the bomb plus Pythos. So this is to kill Caitlyn now, right? If the opponent passes here, we pass back because we want to play on the Shock Blast.
Nagakabura sends her blessing.
Interesting. How scared am I of that fearsome? I should probably have eaten up the Bile Feast. It probably would have been correct for us to eat up that Bile Feast. That Mystic Shot, right? I think it was correct to eat up the Mystic Shot, but I kind of got scared of the opponent having, like, if they had the Mystic Shot, that would be 5 damage instead of 3. So now if they have the Mystic Shot, they can use it on the Construct, but the Pythos still kills them next turn. So I think opponent just realized, okay, opponent's saying, alright, that's not worth it. You can have it. That's cool. Let's go Portapalooza. I think I just want to have like additional blockers and additional portals. I don't want to have to, I don't want to develop anything into Shock Blast. The triple Bastaya, okay, the Caitlyn is kind of annoying. The triple Bastaya is nice. Oh, pack a cup. So we'll take this 3 and just open attack next turn, right?
Well, I did say I wanted to see the world.
The fearsomes are really annoying, actually. Like, these fearsomes are actually super annoying. We should probably play the Bastaya this turn, right? So that we could beat the Shock Blast. Because now a Shock Blast means 6 damage. I guess we could technically just play the Witness if the opponent goes for the Shock Blast. That's probably the correct play so that we don't take as much damage. It sucks using it when it's not.
Hello, Jayce. Did you figure out how to aim that?
Okay, so then here we go, Bastaya.
Call it a work in progress.
This lets me not be scared of the Sentinel. Right? So now we're not scared of the Sentinel. We can chump block with the Construct and the Caitlyn. If the opponent goes for it, I will play the ambush. Just so, because again, I don't want to give the Sentinel the value, right? We have another Bastilla that we can play next turn. That which I think is correct to play it. I think it's correct to play the Bastilla next turn, right?
One step ahead.
I guess we'll block here. It is. We did. I mean, taking 3 damage is not nothing. I will say that. Let's go here. That gives me another one. Probably kill the Jayce, right? Peacemaker. I'm gonna let it. I'm gonna do it now. So I'm gonna do it now, right? Just to get rid of the Peacemaker, because that gets rid of a second Caitlyn. Both these units have Spell Shield. We can drag the Jayce with the Glory Seeker, because if the opponent blocks anywhere else, they're losing Caitlyn, right? So we can go like this. They have to block this, because this is summoning a P.E.K.K.A Protector. So they have to block this or have a Mystic Shot. And if they block here, then it sets me up for the Pastry to kill it, or the Group Shot to kill it. And they still have to commit another Mystic for these Glory Seekers to save the Jayce. So that was a Peacemaker. That was a Quietus. Haste Spike gets punished by Group Shot. I'm gonna force you to have one more. And they don't have it, so they lose the Jayce. And they're about to lose the Caitlyn next turn as well. And I think opponent just realizes that that trade was kind of crazy. Right? Like that trade just was kind of crazy in the amount of value that we got from it. I don't even need to do the Pastry. I can go for the Group Shot now, setting up for the Riptide Reds next turn. We're about to go to turn 8, and opponent just lost the Jayce and lost their whole Fearsome shenanigans. They're gonna draw. I respect it. I respect it. So yeah, we Group Shot. Boom. Let's go Bastilla number 3. Force the Quietus out of them. It's not a Quietus. Let's go Norra. And Norra still gives me just enough mana to play Pastry plus Riptide Reds, which is what I like. You can always save Riptide Reds for later. We don't have to use them right now, right? So we don't have to use the Riptide Reds right now, which is the great thing.
Off we go.
We'll go like this.
I hate traffic.
We know we have the Bastilla. I guess we should have attacked with it, but I mean, it's fine. Opponent has to desperately draw. And we got the Jhin just in the right time, huh? Like, Jhin literally came out at this perfect time. Yeah, so we'll go ahead. Do I even do it? I think I do. I think I like doing it. I think I like pushing this extra damage with the Norra. Force another Mystic out of the opponent. And we'll just do the Pastry plus the Riptide Reds next turn. Yeah, we'll just do the Pastry plus the Riptide Reds next turn. Once the opponent has like another unit on the field. If we develop this Jhin right now, it's too easy for the opponent to be able to kill him. So let's just chill for now.
It's an awesome day for progress.
Like if we keep the Jhin in our hand, it's fine. He's dealing more damage to the opponent's Nexus. Actually, 3 damage, right? The only thing here that I'm concerned about is the Jayce Albus, the Albus, right? The Albus Ferrers could be a lot of damage. How is she only 3 out of 6? Man, I thought we had more portals than that. Opponent could heal here. Yeah, opponent could heal right here. What is he playing at? Shock Blast? I guess that was our third Bastaya, so now is the best time to do a Shock Blast if you have it. The problem is that they really cannot play anything. Because the Riptide Rex is just such a constant threat, right? So the Riptide Rex is such a threat that whatever they play is just gonna get hit by the rats.
A catnap cheers the soul in a snap.
And then next thing we have the Witness, so we can get rid of any blocker. Yeah, so Jayce is nice, but Jayce is just gonna die to the rats. So we go Base Street,
All day, every day.
Riptide Rats, and that should be it. Do we take the 5 here? Yeah, the opponent knows what's happening, right? I'll take the 5 so that we have a pretty good open attack next turn. Yeah, opponent. Oh, 1. Oh no! We didn't even hit the Jayce. It's alright. The Witness does it, right? So the Witness does the last damage that we need. We also have Spell Shield on both these units. So we can go Witness, get rid of the blocker, and that triggers the Lotus Trap, deals the last damage. There's no Battle Feast for us to worry about. Even if the opponent has a Shock Blast, the Shock Blast is only doing 6, not killing us. I want to kill them with the Lotus Trap. I want to kill them with the Lotus Trap, so we're going to go like this. Boom. Just you know, style points, right? Style points right here. GG's. Yeah, that Jhin literally came into our hand at the perfect time. In this match, we're going against Teemo, so we're going against Captricity. This Teemo's going to have a little bit of a problem, right? We do have access to... We do have the access to Desert Naturalist, right? I like the Brahmin. Oh, double Brahmin is too much. I was going to say, I like the access to 1 Brahmin. The Bastaya on the Corina is going to be really good as well. Like, opponent's going to have to commit the Mystic Shot on the Bastaya. Double Brahmin might be a little bit too slow. We can kill the Teemo with the Pythos. That's why I kept the Pythos.
Prepared for anything.
I mean, he knows that I have it. I just didn't want to have to play the second one. Yeah, he knows that I have it. I just didn't want to have to play the second one. So that's fine.
Armed and ready.
We'll go here. We'll take the 2, unfortunately. We'll go Portapalooza now while we can before we draw too much. Like, he knows that I have it. We all knew that we had the Pythos. No Desert Naturalist. Second Pythos is nice. Lightning Rush is really nice as well. We'll go here, push this 2 damage. It's nice getting both right away, huh? Wow, okay. So...
I got ways to find me mushrooms.
Alright. We can block, right? Like, obviously we're gonna block here. If he has the Mystic, I'm okay eating up the first Mystic here. So if he has the Mystic, I want him to do the Mystic now before he has the Peddler on the field, right? We still have a second Bastaya that we can protect for the Corina turn. And we have Lightning Rush to protect it. We can go Construct, gives me more blockers.
Oh, if
Peddler?
mushrooms could talk.
Okay.
Once, am I right?
I do need to kill this peddler though.
Oh, if mushrooms could talk. Oh, whoops, am I right?
We are
Go like this.
seeking an end to war, friends.
Gonna get a lot of shrooms in our deck. Okay. I want to play around the Teemo. So I want to play around the Teemo.
I've always been a fun guy.
We lightning rush this guy here. And if the opponent has a mystic, at third mystic, if they have a Teemo, the Teemo levels up. I have to go like this. I have to protect this Bastaya. Because I need to play around the Corina. So I need to go like this. If the opponent has the if they have the second Teemo, then they have the second Teemo. I can't play around it. No? Okay, no second Teemo. Let's play this again. Just so that we play around the Corina. We beat the peddler. With the pastry. And as long as I have this, I beat the Corina, which is the main reason why the Bastille is so good in this matchup, right? Now the Sump Fumes eventually is the Sump Fumes there. Sump Monument eventually is gonna be a problem as well. There's the Teemo. Okay. So this is what we can do with Teemo. We can go Witness into Pythos and kill the Teemo. And then push a lot of damage here. There it is. There it is. I was waiting for it. We don't have the Desert Naturalist. So we don't have the Desert Naturalist. We can kill the Teemo because this kills stuff that's stun as well. We kill the Teemo. Right, so we can kill the Teemo. Start putting shrooms into the opponent's deck. We do play Condense, so eventually if the opponent gets enough Puffcaps, we can steal their win condition. Yep, and then we go here, and that dies. We have the Avenging Bastille still for the Corina. We have Lightning Rush for a third Teemo if they get it. No Riptide Reds is a problem, but that's fine. Let's go here. Need to keep the Lightning Rush. I need to keep the Lightning Rush of the Bastille here, right? As long as I have the Bastille, opponent cannot really do anything to us. Three. Let's go Jhin.
And one who chews the scenery. It's not all talk, friend.
Oh my goodness, you have the Peddler? Really? Go Dancing Bomb.
Beautiful.
This gives me an answer to another Teemo next turn.
There they go.
Wallop. So if we go... I have to... I can't do it, right? So I cannot do it. Because I need to have access to... I need to have access to the Bastille. What I can do... Yeah, this is getting stunned no matter what, right? So I guess we don't do anything.
Flash of crimson to elevate the
I could Lightning Rush. Like if the opponent does nothing here... It's the same, right? If the opponent blocks, it's the same. If they want to block the Brahmin, that's fine. I don't mind the Predator dying here. If they don't block, we can just Lightning Rush after. We shouldn't be dying here. We only have one Puffcap Like, opponent has more Puffcaps than we do, right? Opponent has like almost double the amount of Puffcaps that we do. We'll go like this.
Step into the spotlight.
We still have the Bastaya, so the Corina does nothing. We got another card from the Concologist. We don't have a way. We have the way to kill Teemo here with the second bounce. I almost said we don't have a way to deal with Teemo, but we do. I forgot that we had that second bounce last time. Sure. I don't know what to do.
What wondrous discovery.
And I just feel like leveling up this Jhin. Level up the Jhin, and can I go from there? Try to add more shrooms to the opponents. Like they just have so much time right now. That's the problem. They have so much time right now to just chill.
Astounding curiosities lie ahead.
They have all the time in the world until they start. Like after this attack, they shouldn't have any more time, right? Like this attack is gonna be pretty big because this is a full Jhin attack. So after this, they should have enough shrooms that they should be dying next turn. And then we still have the Bastaya, right? So we're never drawing like 10 shrooms. So GG's. In this match, we're going against Lurk. Ooh, okay. Drop the bombs. Drop the bombs. Should be good. Group shot is nice. If we don't get drop the bomb, I need the blocker, right? So if we don't get drop the bomb, I need the blocker. So I think I have to keep the Concologist. We get drop the bomb anyways. We can kill their one drop here. We cannot kill their one drop. Never mind. So we cannot kill their one drop. Okay. One and got that Lurk.
To have misplaced my self.
We can Concologist. Have a blocker for the Snapjaw. So we need to play Concologist first so that we have a blocker for the Snapjaw. This is actually good because we're gonna have the. Okay, I'm gonna go for this one because we know we're gonna have the portals, right? So the portals are gonna be really nice, unless the opponent has exactly Pike. Because why wouldn't they, right? Unless the opponent has exactly Pike. So I think I don't want to have to deal with Pike. So I'm gonna go like this. We trade, kill the Pike. That's a big hefty one that I didn't expect. I did not expect that Rek'Sai this early. I did not expect that Rek'Sai this early. So we block. Yeah, we'll block. Fight toss. Take the 6. Let the Bastaya die. We have the pastry. Opponent must have a second Rek'Sai. I can't be. I mean, they hit the Pike right on turn 1, on turn 2. Sorry, without any Lurk. So what can you do about it? Broadman is really good. Let's go like this. That allows me to set up the kill with the Broadman. So that lets me set up the kill with the Broadman on the Titan. Opponent has to open. I disagree with that attack.
When we look ahead,
So then we go Broadman, and then proximity tap plus group shot could potentially kill one of their units. Getting rid of their big overwhelms is how I come back into this game. Opponent predicted and just ended. They just predicted and ended their turn. Wow. Interesting. Huh. Why don't we just block like this? Just get the favorable trade. Okay, so we have to kill this, right? So we can go like this into Pythos. And what that means is that the Jhin will be triggered next turn, the Lotus Trap, to set up for my Riptides, right? So now my Riptides is gonna be set up with the Lotus Trap, right? Okay. Okay. We can still go like this. It's the same thing. The opponent is not allowed to summon anything here. Boom. And yeah, we already killed it. And then next turn we're pushing a bunch of damage. Jhin is leveled up. That's their third overwhelm unit that the opponent just lost. And they also didn't get to lurk this turn because they decided to rally first. I understand why they did it. They didn't want to lose the Under Titan. They just didn't play around the Riptide Rats, right? So they didn't play around the Rats, unfortunately. They have 2 cards left. And that's not going to be enough to get anywhere against us. So GG's. Hey, welcome back everyone. Hope you enjoyed today's showcase of Norra Jhin. This is one of the top decks in the meta right now. Sometimes people play Gnar, sometimes people play like, sometimes people play like 2 Gnars instead of Norra Jhin. I think it's all preference. I personally prefer Norra and Jhin more than having any Gnars. Notice how I'm not even playing Wallop, and that's because I'm not even scared of Solani anymore. Not even scared, because between the Bastaya and the Desert Naturalist, we have really nice ways to stop the opponent from getting Siren Song or Reverse Row on the field, which means that it's really more difficult for the Fizz player to actually get to their Solani to be a 16-16. And eventually, obviously, we have the Broadman with group shots and Pythos to be able to kill Solani, even if she does make it into the field. So forget the Wallop, just go for the Desert Natural in Bastaya and stop those Fizz players right on their track. You didn't get to see any Fizz games today, unfortunately. I tried to record and didn't run into any Fizz decks. I think they were all hiding from me. But that is the idea that you're going to see in the matchup. In other matchups, you kind of do what I did in today's video, right? If you're going against Teemo, you're controlling their board, stopping as many shrooms from going to your deck as possible, and you have stuff like the Desert Naturalist to destroy their some monument when they think that they're going to be safe and buy themselves another turn. And Bastaya is really good at stopping their Karina turns. So this deck can also do really well against those Teemo decks, and it's one of the reasons that I don't think that Teemo is going to take over the meta compared to how we've seen it in other variations of Teemo, right? Against everything else, you're just controlling the board. Control the board. If the opponent is like a heavy board presence deck, it can be a little bit difficult. Like if they can go super wide, it can be a little bit difficult. But if they just go tall, then stuff like Broadman can be really good at dealing with anything that they need to do, right? So let's kind of go through the deck list here more in depth so that you kind of get an idea of why I choose the cards that I do. Now, going to a champions, Gnar is nice, but I find myself that Gnar is not really doing enough. Norra gets removed really easily, but at least she's eating up the removal, right? She's eating up the removal, and if Norra hits, you get the portal. And the portals are the things that you're looking for when you're playing this control deck, because it allows you to stall, right? So that's why I prefer Norra over the Gnar. I also think 3 Jhin is really good, because if you have the Jhin with the Riptide Rats in the field, well, if you have Jhin in your hand and then you play Riptide Rats, you get to push a lot of damage into the opponent Nexus. So I think having Jhin is also very critical. And in certain matchups, if the opponent doesn't have a good way to remove Jhin, Jhin can actually carry once he gets leveled up. Now, in the spell front of things, Group Shot and Pythos are necessary because you want to have the cheap removal to combine with the Lord Broadman to be able to remove anything that the opponent throws at you. Condense is really nice with Broadman and Riptide Rats as well. Either one of those can be really critical with the condensed target. Drop the Bomb Really nice, cheap removal. Lightning Rush is amazing because it can save your Bastaya or save any other your units, allowing you to replay them again. And it can synergize. With stuff like Condense as well. Portapalooza, just additional blockers and some draw. On the unit side of things, Oncologist and Young Construct are there as kind of like chump blockers. Really nice early on. I prefer 3 Oncologists over 3 Young Construct just because the Oncologist give me access to a potential spell, including more Pie Toss and more Group Shot. The Bastaya is one of the MVPs of this deck and why this deck is now as powerful as it is compared to a few months ago when you first started seeing this Jhin, Riptide, Red type of decks, right? And the reason is that Bastaya allows us to stop the Siren Song on turn 3 because you can play Bastaya on turn 2 and then have your deny on turn 3, so it ends up being kind of like a game of chicken. The Desert Naturalist kind of does the same thing, except that now it stops the reverse roll, right? So the reverse roll is the other way that those fist decks are able to get some really big attacks, and the Desert Naturalist allows us to stop that right on their track. I do like One Witness. The stun can be really useful sometimes against Solani if we don't have the ways to kill her right away and if somehow she has actually gotten big enough. And it can also be good against some other units. And then obviously Broadman and Riptide Reds are your MVPs. The Broadman allows you to control and pretty much kill any of the opponent's units, big units. You saw it against that Swain Illaoi deck and how easily we just got rid of all their champions and even the Leviathan because of the multiple Broadmans that we had. And then finally Riptide Reds. What can I say? That's how you finish up games. If you have Riptide Reds and then you have, like if you have Riptide, you don't even need to have Jhin. If you have Riptide Reds, you're winning a lot of the matchups if they go to turn 8, turn 9. Especially when you can follow up with Condense or something similar like that. So strategy is simple. Just control the opponent's board until you get to turn 8, play Riptide Reds, win the game. Simple as that. So it's a really strong deck that I'm thinking of playing in this weekend's Runeterra Open just because of how good it does into the current meta. So hope you enjoyed today's games. If you did, make sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. We post LOR videos every single day. You can also find us on Twitch at Sirturmund. We stream every now and then. And you can also find us on Discord and Twitter. The links to those are both in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all again tomorrow.